Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Diddy Combs being attacked. It's so out of control inside that 4 federal judges are reportedly refusing to send any more prisoners here. New details have emerged about Diddy's time in prison, raising concerns about his safety behind bars. Is he in danger while serving time? The prison where he's being held is known for its horrifying conditions, and former inmates have shared terrifying experiences from their time there. Could Diddy be facing more than just legal battles? Join us as we talk about FBI confirms. Diddy was just attacked in prison. Is Diddy safe in prison? Diddy was sent to the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a federal jail notorious for its poor conditions and dangerous environment. This situation has raised an important question. Is Diddy safe in prison? The concern isn't just about his high-profile status, it's about the place where he's being held. MDC Brooklyn has been described by critics as a hell on earth, a facility plagued with fierceness, neglect, and overcrowding. These issues make it one of the most unsafe places for any inmate, especially someone like Diddy, whose fame could make him a target. In case you don't know, MDC Brooklyn has a long history of problems. Opened in the early 1990s, it is the only federal jail in New York City and houses detainees awaiting trial in federal courts, as well as others serving short sentences. Since its opening, the facility has been repeatedly criticized for its dangerous and unsanitary conditions. One of the most alarming issues at MDC is the rampant violence. Inmates have reported frequent fights, stabbings, and assaults. Just this year, 2 men lost their lives in ferocious altercations inside the jail. One was stabbed to death, the other died from injuries sustained in a fight. These incidents show how dangerous it can be inside MDC, where overcrowding and the lack of staff contribute to an environment where fierceness is difficult to control. The facility has also been home to several high-profile inmates in the past, such as R. Kelly and Ghislaine Maxwell. While Diddy isn't the first famous figure over there, high-profile inmates are often targeted by other prisoners, either out of jealousy, a desire for notoriety, or a simple power play. For someone like Diddy, who has spent decades in the public eye, this risk cannot be ignored. Another major issue that makes MDC unsafe is overcrowding. The facility was built to hold around 1,200 detainees, but at times it has housed far more than that, creating a strain on resources and staff. As of recently, the population was down to about 1,200, but the facility's past of overcrowding still haunts its operations. Compounding the problem is a severe shortage of staff. According to reports, MDC Brooklyn has been operating at only 55% of its full staffing capacity. This shortage affects not only security, but also the well-being of inmates. With fewer guards and staff members available to monitor and protect prisoners, the risk of ferocity increases, and basic needs such as medical care and food distribution are often delayed. Detainees have complained about being left in their cells for long periods due to frequent lockdowns, with limited access to showers, phone calls, or outdoor recreation. This isolation can lead to increased tensions among inmates, further contributing to the unsafe atmosphere. Moreover, living conditions at MDC Brooklyn have long been a subject of controversy. In 2019, the jail made headlines when a week-long power outage left over 1,600 inmates without heat in freezing temperatures. Inmates were left shivering in their cells, unable to communicate with their lawyers or families. This incident drew attention to the crumbling infrastructure of the facility, which has struggled to maintain basic services for its detainees. The poor sanitation at MDC is another major concern. Inmates have reported filthy cells with mold, rodents, and cockroaches being common problems. Access to medical care is also limited, with reports of long delays in receiving treatment. For someone like Diddy, who was accustomed to a certain standard of living, these conditions would be a shock to the system. But beyond the discomfort, the unsanitary conditions could pose serious health risks. especially in an overcrowded and understaffed facility. Additionally, the COVID-19 pandemic exposed even more flaws in the system. MDC was the first federal jail to report a positive COVID-19 case in March 2020, and the facility struggled to contain the virus due to its overcrowded conditions and lack of proper medical resources. Well, Diddy is being housed in a special unit of MDC that offers extra protection. This area is designed for high-profile inmates and those who need to be kept away from the general population for their own safety. While this may reduce some of the immediate dangers he could face from other inmates, it doesn't guarantee his safety. The special unit is still part of the general population, meaning that while Diddy may have more security than the average inmate, he is not completely isolated from the dangers of prison life. The unit is small, holding around 20 inmates, and is reportedly cramped and uncomfortable. Inmates in this unit don't have access to common areas like the cafeteria, which can be seen as a positive in terms of safety, but it also means further isolation. While Diddy may be dealing with poor sanitation, lack of medical care, and limited access to outside communication, what about his cellmates? Did you know he's actually sharing his cell with another very famous figure? Let's uncover the truth. Who's sharing cell with Diddy? Well, Diddy is sharing his cell with Sam Bankman-Fried, the once celebrated founder of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX. In case you guys don't know about him, he was once a billionaire, known for building FTX, a cryptocurrency platform that was valued at over $30 billion at its peak. He was seen as a major figure in the world of finance, and his rapid rise to success made him one of the most talked-about entrepreneurs of his time. However, his fall from grace has been just as dramatic. In 2022, FTX collapsed in a massive financial scandal. The company was accused of mishandling billions of dollars, leading to its bankruptcy. Bankman-Fried himself became the central figure in the scandal, facing accusations of fraud and mismanagement. Things got worse for him when he was accused of leaking personal writings from his former employee and ex-girlfriend to the media, in an attempt to influence his case. Because of this, a judge revoked his bail in August 2023, sending him to MDC to await trial. Life in MDC has been hard for Bankman-Fried as well. His lawyers have complained that he doesn't have proper access to computers to prepare for his defense, which is critical in such a complex financial case. As someone who follows a vegan diet, his food choices in prison have been extremely limited. He has reportedly been surviving on just bread, water, and peanut butter, making his time even more challenging. Despite these concerns, the judge has refused to grant him better conditions. Now, both Diddy and Bankman-Fried are living in the same dormitory at MDC. Well, a YouTuber Tiffany Fong has been deeply analyzing the condition of Diddy in jail. She shared some interesting details about his living condition. According to her, both Diddy and Bankman-Fried are housed in a special unit called 4 North. This unit is designed for high-profile inmates or those who might need extra protection, such as cooperators who could be at risk in the general population. 4 North is a relatively small unit, housing about 18 to 20 inmates at a time. Unlike the typical image of prison cells with bunk beds stacked on top of each other, 4 North has a dormitory-style setup. This means the beds are laid out side by side, giving it a more open feel. The unit also comes with a few perks compared to the harsher conditions of other parts of the prison. For example, inmates in 4 North have access to gym equipment to work out, and they can play various games to pass the time. One of the games that has become popular in the unit is ping pong. In fact, it's said that Sam Bankman-Fried is quite good at it, and he plays a lot. The inmates also enjoy playing card games, with spades being a favorite among them. Additionally, each inmate has access to a tablet. Although these tablets are not connected to the internet, they offer entertainment in the form of games, movies, and TV shows. Sam's favorite game on the tablet is called Shattered Pixel Dungeon, which sounds like a nerdy adventure game. He's also known to enjoy listening to music, with Taylor Swift being one of his top choices. Life in 4 North isn't all fun and games, though. Despite some of the extra privileges, the unit has its challenges. Privacy is one of the biggest issues. The bathroom and shower areas are not enclosed, meaning there's little privacy for the inmates. The only thing separating them from others is a flimsy shower curtain, and it's said that both fellow inmates and officers can hear everything that happens in the bathroom. This lack of privacy can make the living conditions uncomfortable, especially in a place like prison, where personal space is already limited. According to Tiffany, bartering is another common practice in Fort North. Since inmates don't have much access to money or other luxuries, they trade commissary items to get what they need. For example, Sam reportedly paid for a haircut by giving another inmate packs of mackerel, which are known as mac, inside the prison. Mackerel and other commissary items become valuable currency within the unit, and inmates use them to trade for different services or goods. A person who has stayed in the prison can provide a more detailed explanation of the situation there. They would know the inside stories and rules, right? Well, someone has shared some inside secrets about the prison. Let's discuss it. Experience of a gang member in the same prison. Tiffany conducted an interview with G-Lock, who spent some time in the MDC. When asked about what Diddy's experience might be like, G-Lock speculated that Diddy, both being wealthy and high profile, might stick together with Bankman Fried. Since both have significant financial resources and come from influential backgrounds, it's possible they will find common ground and form a bond while in the unit. Tiffany also brought up the topic of safety, and whether anyone in the unit should be concerned about inappropriate things, given the nature of the charges against Diddy. However, G-Lock reassured that such things aren't common in MDC, at least not during his time there. However, G-Lock raised concerns about strange behavior among some inmates, suggesting that a few may have been involved in questionable actions behind the scenes. He recounted an incident where a transgender inmate from Texas caused some tension in the unit by behaving inappropriately toward another inmate. While such behavior raised eyebrows, G-Lock assured that the open setup of Fort North prevents secretive inappropriate behavior. The openness of the dormitory-style arrangement makes it hard for anyone to act out without being noticed by the others in the unit. Moreover, G-Lock also described how inmates have to maintain a certain level of respect, even among high-profile individuals. For instance, he shared that while Diddy might be a powerful figure outside, he wouldn't be allowed to act inappropriately or get carried away without consequences. If Diddy or any other inmate steps out of line or starts feeling too important, there's a chance they could face retaliation from other inmates. When asked about how the guards treat high-profile inmates, G-Lock mentioned that while the guards may have personal reactions to celebrities, they generally treat them the same as everyone else. He also sheds light on the prison meals, detailing how Tuesdays are special because they serve chicken patties, a meal inmates eagerly look forward to. However, Fridays, when they serve fish patties, are described as being particularly awful. He mentions that the meals are repetitive and often not the best in quality. Additionally, the conversation turns to the smuggling of contraband, like substance use and phones. G-Lock reveals that such things do make their way into the prison, often through visiting family members or even corrupt officers. With Diddy's wealth, G-Lock speculates that he could easily bribe an officer to bring in phones or other items, as many officers in the system are tempted by the quick cash. The worst thing about the prison is that inmates have to cope with severe isolation, a lack of proper medical care, and filthy living spaces. G-Lock recalls how many inmates, including himself, faced issues with getting basic medical attention. For example, he struggled to receive a new inhaler for his asthma in a timely manner, which could have put his health at risk. On a mental and emotional level, prison life takes a heavy toll. G-Lock describes how inmates must endure a limited number of minutes for phone calls each month, making it hard to stay connected to loved ones. Additionally, email communication is slow, often taking hours for messages to go through, adding to the isolation. G-Lock highlights that suicide watch is common for inmates facing long sentences or high-profile cases. He mentions how Diddy was reportedly placed on suicide watch when he entered MDC Brooklyn, although it is unclear if this was standard procedure or based on a genuine concern for his mental state. Inmates on suicide watch are stripped naked, constantly monitored and deprived of any sense of privacy. While G-Lock's account paints a vivid picture of how life inside MDC is a mentally and physically grueling experience, the next question arises. How long does Diddy have to stay in prison? Let's reveal it. How long will Diddy stay in the prison? The situation is tough for Diddy, as he has to stay in jail until at least May 5, 2025, when his trial for inappropriate accusations is set to begin. This means he'll be spending more than 6 months in the MDC. Despite being a high-profile figure and having a luxurious lifestyle before, it's hard to imagine someone like Diddy having to live under such harsh circumstances. His lawyers have tried multiple times to get him out on bail, but judges have denied these requests, citing concerns that Diddy could tamper with witnesses or obstruct the ongoing investigation. However, the trial is expected to cover a lot of ground, including evidence that has been seized from Diddy's homes and other properties. In case you don't know, prosecutors have taken 96 electronic devices from Diddy's residences in Miami and Los Angeles, as well as from a private airport in Florida. These devices hold a huge amount of data, with 8 of them containing over 90 terabytes of information. Due to the massive amount of evidence, there have been delays in analyzing it, but prosecutors argue this data is crucial to the case. Diddy's defense team has been working hard to discredit some of the evidence, arguing that there were leaks from the government. However, the judge has asked both sides to follow strict rules about keeping case details confidential to ensure a fair trial. Well, did you know that Diddy recently became active on social media and posted something? What was it about? Let's uncover it. Diddy's latest Instagram post. Diddy recently posted on Instagram to celebrate his youngest daughter Love Combs' 2nd birthday on October 15th. We must say that this joyful moment was likely a welcome relief for him, who has been dealing with serious legal troubles lately. Recently, multiple lawsuits have been filed against him, with allegations of inappropriate misconduct going back to 1998. The lawsuits include claims from both men and women who say they were not treated right, some during Diddy's well-known white parties from years ago. Moreover, federal prosecutors have accused Diddy of creating a criminal operation where he allegedly used threats, inappropriate activities and manipulation to control women and others for his inner satisfaction, protect his image, and cover up his actions. They claim he used his fame, substance and illegal ways to lure women into long and intense inappropriate encounters, referred to as freak-offs. During searches of his homes in Miami and Los Angeles in March, authorities reportedly found weapons and over 1,000 bottles of lubricant. Prosecutors have spoken with witnesses who work for Diddy, as well as some of the women suing him, and they may bring additional charges. New details have emerged about Diddy and his recent court appearance, as many are concerned about what kind of punishment he might receive and how his judge and lawyers are handling the situation. Is Diddy facing more than just a trial? Latest developments in Diddy's case. In the latest development of Diddy's legal troubles, a trial date has been set for May 5, 2025, in his ongoing disturbing case. During a court appearance in Manhattan Federal Court, prosecutors and defense lawyers clashed over key issues, including the potential suppression of evidence and the possibility of new charges being added to the case. He appeared in court on the 10th of October before Judge Arun Subramanian, who will preside over the trial. The hearing marked a significant moment, with Diddy's family, including his mother and children, present in the courtroom to support him. The hearing was more than just a routine check-in, as it shed light on some of the major elements of the case and what both sides are gearing up for in the months ahead. It also offered a glimpse into Diddy's demeanor as the case progressed. Unlike previous appearances where he was described as more reserved, Diddy was notably more engaged and animated this time around. He arrived in court wearing a beige jail jumpsuit, showing signs of being involved in discussions with his lawyers. At one point, he exchanged whispers with his attorney as the prosecutor spoke about the large volume of electronic evidence seized from his properties. A major part of the hearing was dedicated to discussing the evidence that the government has gathered against Combs. The prosecution revealed that a total of 96 electronic devices were seized in raids conducted earlier this year. These raids took place at Diddy's residences in Miami and Los Angeles, as well as at a private airport in Florida. In addition, another 4 devices were taken when Diddy was arrested in September. Prosecutors highlighted the sheer volume of data collected from these devices. According to them, just 8 of the devices seized in Miami contained over 90 terabytes of information. To put this in perspective, that's an extraordinary amount of data, which could include anything from text messages to emails, photos, videos, and more. The amount of information is so large that it has caused delays in the government's ability to fully analyze it. One of the ongoing battles in the case is Diddy's attempt to be released on bail. Since his arrest in September, he has been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, a facility known for its harsh conditions including reports of misconduct and dysfunction. His legal team has made several attempts to secure his release on bail, but so far they have been unsuccessful. 2 separate judges have ruled that Diddy should remain in custody. The main reason for this is the concern that if released, Diddy could be a danger to the community. The judges have also expressed fears that he might try to tamper with witnesses or interfere with the ongoing investigation. The question arises: have there been other cases in Hollywood similar to Diddy's? If so, what consequences did those famous individuals face? Let's uncover the truth together. Legal precedents relevant to Diddy's case. Diddy's legal situation has sparked discussions about the broader issue of powerful men being accused of serious crimes, particularly involving inappropriate misconduct. His case has been compared to the infamous cases of Jeffrey Epstein and R. Kelly, as all 3 involve allegations of misuse of power. Although the details of each case differ, they all share common themes, which has led to comparisons in both legal circles and the public eye. In case you don't know, Jeffrey Epstein was accused of running a trafficking operation that involved young girls, some as young as 14, over many years. He exploited vulnerable minors using his wealth and connections to create a vast network of horrifying things that went unnoticed by many for years. Similarly, R. Kelly was convicted of running a scheme that lured young women and underage girls into horrible situations. He too used his fame and influence in the music industry to manipulate and control these women. In Diddy's case, the charges are focused on brutality, battery, and other forms of misconduct against women. His accusers claim that, like Epstein and Kelly, Diddy used his powerful position in the entertainment industry to exploit and control women. One of the main reasons Diddy's case is being compared to those of Epstein and R. Kelly is the idea of powerful men misusing their positions to harm others. Epstein, as a wealthy financier, had strong connections to high-level politicians, business figures, and even royalty. He used these connections to shield himself from scrutiny for years, allowing him to continue his illegal activities in secret. It wasn't until his arrest in 2019 that the full extent of his misconduct came to light. Even after his conviction, his influence remained strong, as seen in the light punishment he initially received before public pressure led to more serious consequences. Kelly, meanwhile, used his fame and success in the music industry to lure and control young women. Many of his victims believed they were being offered career opportunities, only to find themselves trapped in horrifying situations. Like Epstein, Kelly's fame provided him with protection for many years, despite numerous accusations against him. His case didn't truly gain momentum until public attention increased, particularly after the release of the surviving R. Kelly documentary. Another comparison being made between Diddy's case and those of Epstein and Kelly is the idea of systematic cruelty. Epstein's operation was highly organized, involving a network of recruiters and enablers who helped him find and control victims. He also used blackmail and threats to keep people silent, ensuring that his crimes went unreported for years. The extent of Epstein's system of attack only became fully apparent after his death, revealing how he had manipulated not just individuals but entire systems to his advantage. Kelly also ran what some have described as a cult-like system, where women were isolated, controlled, and manipulated in a very deliberate and organized way. He had enablers who helped maintain his control over these women, ensuring that they were cut off from the outside world and reliant on him. His use of threats and emotional manipulation parallels Epstein's methods in many ways. Since Diddy's case suggests a long-term pattern of control and manipulation, fans are concerned about the possible punishment he will face. Will he spend his entire life in jail? Let's find it out. The potential sentences Diddy could face. We all know that the charges he faces are serious, and if convicted, he could be looking at significant prison time. One of the most notable charges against him involves the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, commonly known as RICO. This law was originally designed to target organized crime, like the mafia, but in recent years it has been used in a wider range of cases, including those involving powerful individuals accused of using their influence and wealth to commit crimes. In case you don't know, RICO was created in 1970 to go after criminal organizations that operated across state lines, such as cartels and the mafia. The law allows prosecutors to charge individuals who are part of an enterprise that commits illegal activities. In Diddy's case, the prosecutors are alleging that he used his power, fame, and businesses to control a network of people to help him commit crimes, including trafficking and other serious misconduct. RICO allows prosecutors to link various crimes under one large conspiracy. This means that even if Diddy didn't commit every crime himself, if he's found guilty of directing or participating in the organization that carried out these actions, he could still be held responsible for all of it. This is a powerful tool because it doesn't just focus on individual acts, but the entire pattern of criminal behavior over time. This is similar to what happened in R. Kelly's case. He was charged under RICO for using his music business and connections to exploit young women and girls. Even though his crimes spanned many years, RICO allowed prosecutors to group them together into one case, which led to Kelly receiving a 30-year sentence in New York, with additional years in another state. Moreover, many people believe that Diddy could face a similar outcome to Harvey Weinstein, the former Hollywood producer who was convicted of inappropriate behavior with women. In case you guys don't know, Weinstein's conviction is one of the most significant cases in recent years related to misconduct by a powerful individual. He was convicted in two separate trials, one in New York and one in California, on charges of maltreatment and threatening behavior. Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison in New York and an additional 16 years in California. Many see these sentences as a sign that the justice system is taking a harder stance on holding powerful individuals accountable for crimes, regardless of their wealth or status. In Diddy's case, the allegations are also centered on his use of power and influence to control or exploit others. The claims suggest that his position as a music mogul allowed him to manipulate those around him for his personal gain, much like how Weinstein used his influence in Hollywood to take advantage of aspiring actresses and employees. Well, we can't say anything for sure before May 5, 2025, when his next trial is scheduled. But one thing is certain, as Diddy's case progresses, legal experts are weighing in on the challenges both sides will face. For the defense, one of the biggest hurdles will be finding a jury that can remain impartial despite the high level of publicity surrounding the case. In cases like these, it's common for people to form opinions based on what they see in the media, making it difficult to ensure a fair trial. On the prosecution side, the challenge will be convincing all jurors of Diddy's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. While there may be many witnesses and substantial evidence, the prosecution will need to carefully build its case, especially since Diddy is a well-known and influential figure. Many fans are concerned about the judge and his credibility in handling Diddy's case. Who is he? And has he dealt with any high-profile cases before? Let's uncover details about him. All about the judge handling Diddy's case. Arun Subramanian is the judge currently presiding over Diddy's case. He has a rich background, with a career that spans across various high-profile positions in the legal field. Subramanian was born to immigrant parents from India in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and has since made significant strides in his legal career. His journey began when he earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from Case Western Reserve University in 2001, followed by a Juris Doctor from Columbia University in 2004. After completing his education, Subramanian began working as a law clerk for notable judges. His first position was under Judge Dennis Jacobs of the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. He later served as a law clerk for Judge Gerard E. Lynch of the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. One of the highlights of his early career was working as a law clerk for Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg of the Supreme Court of the United States, an opportunity that speaks to his deep understanding of the legal system. Subramanian's career took off when he joined the prestigious law firm Sussman Godfrey LLC in New York City. At this firm, he became a partner and handled various important cases, focusing on commercial and bankruptcy law from 2007 to 2023. His legal expertise made him a prominent figure in the courtroom, dealing with complex cases and establishing himself as a skilled litigator. Senator Chuck Schumer recommended Subramanian's name to President Joe Biden for nomination as a United States District Judge for the Southern District of New York. This was a significant moment in his career, but the nomination faced delays. Eventually, Subramanian's nomination was confirmed with a 59-37 vote, and he made history as the first judge of Indian descent to serve in this important court. Apart from overseeing Diddy's case, Judge Subramanian is also handling other significant cases, such as the lawsuit against Ticketmaster and its parent company Live Nation Entertainment. This case, filed by the U.S. Department of Justice, accuses the company of monopoly mishandling in the entertainment ticketing industry. Now everything depends on Diddy's lawyer and how he handles this high-profile case. It seems challenging to defend someone with so many allegations and evidence against them. Is he credible enough to manage all of this? Let's find out. All about Diddy's lawyer Mark Agnifilo is the attorney representing Diddy in his ongoing legal battle. Agnifilo has a solid educational foundation and a diverse professional background, making him a notable figure in the legal world. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in philosophy and political science from Connecticut College in 1986. Following this, he earned his Juris Doctor from Brooklyn Law School in 1990, where he distinguished himself by winning the American Jurisprudence Award for outstanding performance in trial advocacy. As a seasoned attorney, Agnifilo is a member of several bar associations, which showcases his credibility and professionalism. He holds memberships in the New York State Bar, the State of New Jersey Bar, and the United States District Courts for the Southern and Eastern Districts of New York and New Jersey. Additionally, he is a member of the Supreme Court of the United States and the United States Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, demonstrating his extensive legal expertise. Before taking on Diddy's as a client, Agnifilo worked on several high-profile cases that garnered significant media attention. One of the most notable cases he handled was that of Keith Raniere, a controversial group that was originally marketed as a multi-level marketing company but later evolved into what many described as a cult. Raniere faced serious charges, including trafficking and racketeering. In 2019, he was sentenced to 120 years in prison and fined $1.75 million after being convicted of these crimes. This case highlighted Agnifilo's ability to handle complex and sensitive legal issues. Agnifilo was also involved in the case of Roger Ang, a former employee of Goldman Sachs who was convicted in 2022 of bribery and corruption related to a scheme involving the Malaysian Sovereign Wealth Fund. During the trial, prosecutors argued that Ang's actions had caused immense harm to the people of Malaysia. After Diddy's arrest on September 16, Agnifilo expressed disappointment over what he characterized as an unjust prosecution by the U.S. Attorney's Office. He emphasized that while Diddy is not perfect, he is not a criminal. Agnifilo also highlighted that his client voluntarily moved to New York to cooperate with the investigation, asserting that these actions demonstrate the innocence of his client. Sean Diddy Combs and Oprah Winfrey are entertainment icons, But could their friendship be hiding more than we realize? Why are rumors about Oprah's connections to controversial figures like Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, and Bill Cosby gaining traction? What's the real story behind these relationships? Oprah Winfrey's connection to Diddy's controversies. When Diddy's controversies started gathering steam, it wouldn't take a soothsayer to know that one influential figure would eventually be named. That's none other than Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey, a renowned media mogul and philanthropist, has become entangled in the controversy surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. Rumors have circulated online suggesting a link between Oprah and Diddy's ongoing case. On numerous occasions, Oprah Winfrey has been said to have endorsed Diddy's controversial parties, which has been the major talking point of his legal battles. The rumors stem from Oprah's long-standing friendship with Diddy, well documented over the years. Their association has sparked speculation, with some theorizing that Oprah may have been aware of or even involved in Diddy's alleged wrongdoing. However, there is currently no concrete evidence to support these claims. To make matters even more complicated, there have been rumors that Oprah has been the one buying the illicit footage recorded at Diddy's parties and then selling it off to depraved figures in Hollywood and the music industry. Her list of clients even extends to the political world, making her a crucial cog in Diddy's well-oiled machine. Oprah and Diddy's friendship dates back to the early 2000s, with the two attending various high-profile events together. Their bond is built on mutual respect and admiration for each other's work. Oprah has publicly praised Diddy's entrepreneurial spirit, while Diddy has credited Oprah as a mentor and inspiration. Oprah has maintained silence regarding the rumors, neither confirming nor denying any involvement. Her team has refrained from commenting, fueling further speculation. The lack of clarity has contributed to the persistence of these rumors. A thorough examination of available information has yet to reveal any credible evidence linking Oprah to Diddy's controversies. While their friendship exists, there is no concrete proof of Oprah's involvement in the alleged wrongdoing. Oprah Winfrey is a media mogul, talk show host, actress, producer, and philanthropist who's impacted the entertainment industry. She's best known for hosting The Oprah Winfrey Show, which aired for 25 seasons and became the highest-rated television talk show in the U.S. Her show covered various topics, from social issues to self-improvement, and featured interviews with influential guests. While Oprah does seem like a perfect person to cover up Diddy's mess or expose him, it's unclear which path she's on, as her silence over the issue has been likened to a graveyard. So, what relationship exists between the two stars? How is this link going to affect Oprah? Let's find out. Diddy and Oprah Winfrey's long-standing friendship. Diddy and Oprah Winfrey, two of the most influential figures in entertainment and media, have been linked together recently due to their long-standing friendship. Amidst the controversies surrounding Diddy, their connection has sparked interest and curiosity. Diddy and Oprah's friendship spans decades, with their first public appearance dating back to 2003. At the Time 100 Gala, they were photographed exchanging warm smiles, setting the tone for their enduring relationship. Over the years, they have attended various high-profile events, including the Met Gala, Grammy Awards, and Oprah's renowned charity functions. Their friendship is built on mutual respect and admiration for each other's work. Oprah has publicly praised Diddy's entrepreneurial spirit and philanthropic efforts, while Diddy has often credited Oprah as a source of inspiration and guidance. In a 2014 interview with CNN, Diddy expressed his gratitude for Oprah's mentorship, stating, "She's been a huge influence on me. She's taught me a lot about giving back." Diddy and Oprah are committed to philanthropy, particularly education and empowerment initiatives. In 2011, Diddy donated $1 million to the Children's Hope Foundation, which Oprah supports. They have also collaborated on various charity events, including the 2012 A Night to Benefit Gala, raising funds for the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. Beyond philanthropy, Diddy and Oprah have explored business collaborations. In 2012, Oprah's own network partnered with Diddy's Revolt TV to produce exclusive content. This strategic partnership aimed to promote diverse storytelling and empower emerging talent. Over the years, Diddy and Oprah have made numerous public appearances together, solidifying their status as close friends. One notable moment came in 2013 when Diddy sat down with Oprah for her Next Chapter series. Diddy opened up about his life, career, and philanthropic endeavors in this intimate conversation. Oprah's thoughtful questioning allowed Diddy to share his insights on entrepreneurship, family, and personal growth. This heartfelt discussion demonstrated the trust and camaraderie between these two influential figures. During an intimate conversation with Oprah in 2006, peeling away the layers of his complex life, Diddy evoked curiosity by avoiding details about the origin of his well-known moniker, Puff Daddy. The conversation, part of an interview for Oprah's O magazine, began casually as Oprah inquired about the name's beginnings. "It's a nickname somebody gave me," Diddy replied, and when probed further about its meaning, he became notably reserved. Oprah sensed his reluctance and let Diddy off the hook. Many have speculated that that moment showed how deeply they know each other, and that's how she could quickly read his reluctance. In 2015, Oprah celebrated Diddy's 46th birthday in style. She attended his star-studded party, mingling with other A-list guests, including Jay-Z and Kanye West. This joyful occasion highlighted the strong social ties between Diddy and Oprah. Fast forward to 2019, when Diddy and Oprah reunited at the prestigious Met Gala. Their warm smiles and effortless chemistry were palpable as they posed on the red carpet. This high-profile appearance underscored their lasting connection, cementing their status as one of Hollywood's most enduring friendships. These notable appearances demonstrate Diddy and Oprah's friendship and underscore their shared values and interests. From thought-provoking conversations to joyous celebrations, their public appearances showcase a deep-seated relationship, further casting a shadow over how much Oprah knew Diddy and how she could be involved. So what allegations have been labeled at Diddy that Oprah is now rumored to be a part of? What's the progress in court? Let's find out. The allegations against Diddy. The renowned entrepreneur, rapper, and music mogul is at the center of a highly publicized and contentious case. Allegations of several misconducts, exploitation, and manipulation have surfaced, sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry. In recent months, multiple women have come forward accusing Diddy of various forms of misconduct, including mistreatment, coercion, and emotional manipulation. The allegations span several years, with some claims dating back to the early 2000s. The accusers, many of whom were aspiring models or artists, alleged that Diddy used his influence and power to exploit and control them. The Los Angeles Police Department and the FBI have investigated the allegations. Authorities have conducted interviews with the accusers and witnesses, gathering evidence to build a case against Diddy. While the investigations are ongoing, no formal charges have been filed. Diddy has vehemently denied the allegations through his representatives, calling them baseless and defamatory. His legal team has emphasized that the accusers' claims are motivated by financial gain and a desire for fame. Recent updates have shed new light on the case involving Diddy. In September 2024, Diddy was arrested and charged with multiple counts related to trafficking, marking a significant development in the investigation. According to the indictment unsealed in Manhattan, Diddy is accused of leading a trafficking enterprise that operated from 2008 to 2024, exploiting women and others through coercion, abuse, and manipulation. The allegations against Diddy are severe, with reports indicating that he used violence, intimidation, and financial control to exploit his victims. Multiple alleged victims have testified before a grand jury, providing crucial evidence in the case. The indictment also reveals that Diddy's business empire was allegedly used to facilitate his abuse and exploitation of women, with employees acting as intermediaries to arrange travel, accommodations, and other logistics. The investigation is ongoing, with authorities urging potential victims to come forward. If convicted, Diddy faces serious penalties, including life imprisonment. The allegations against Diddy have sparked widespread concern within the entertainment industry. Many have called for greater accountability and safeguards to protect vulnerable individuals from exploitation. What is being said online? What are the conspiracy theories surrounding the connection between Diddy and Oprah? Let's delve into that. Online conspiracies and speculation. The rise of social media has enabled unprecedented connectivity and information sharing. However, platforms like TikTok have also become breeding grounds for conspiracies and speculation. The recent controversy surrounding Sean Diddy Combs and Oprah Winfrey has sparked a flurry of online theories, allegations, and misinformation. Diddy's ongoing case is at the center of the storm. TikTok users have created numerous videos theorizing about Oprah's supposed protection of Diddy, alleging that she has used her influence to shield him from accountability. These claims are based on little to no concrete evidence, yet they have garnered millions of views and sparked heated debates. One popular conspiracy theory suggests that Oprah has leveraged her media empire to silence Diddy's accusers and manipulate public opinion.